Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is the Narcotics Anonymous just for today for November 10th. It's called Fear or Faith. No matter how far we ran, we always carried fear with us. Basic text, page 14. For many of us, fear was a constant factor in our lives before we came to Narcotics Anonymous. We used because we were afraid to feel emotional or physical pain. Our fear of people and situations gave us a convenient excuse to use drugs. A few of us were so afraid of everything that we were unable even to leave our homes without using first. As we stay clean, we replace our fear with a belief in the fellowship, the steps, and a higher power. As this belief grows, our faith in the miracle of recovery begins to color all aspects of our lives. We start to see ourselves differently. We realize we are spiritual beings, and we strive to live by spiritual principles. The application of spiritual principles helps eliminate fear from our lives. By refraining from treating other people in harmful or unlawful ways, we find we needn't fear how we will be treated in return. As we practice love, compassion, understanding, and patience in our relationships with others, we are treated in turn with respect and consideration. We realize these positive changes result from allowing our higher power to work through us. We come to believe, not to think, but to believe that our higher power wants only the best for us, no matter what the circumstances. We find we can walk in faith instead of fear. Just for today, I no longer need to run in fear, but can walk in faith that my higher power has only the best in store for me. Good Lord, let me see. This one I got to work another way with words on the way that I can express this for myself. Faith. Don't like the word. Believe. That's iffy. But I do like the word trust. I do like the word experience. And I do like the combination of those two that make me look at other recovering addicts who have done certain things and it worked. I don't like faith. I like proof. I don't like faith. I don't want to just believe something because somebody told me. That's not how I work, for the most part. The obvious is obvious. If you do this, this will probably follow. I like math because math is 100% accurate. I guess it's not easy for me with that believe in faith thing. I think of Disney World, but I don't have faith because I can look around and I can have proof. I can look at other addicts who are recovering right now who've done things because they did certain things. So for me, that's what makes sense. For some people, you might be spiritual in the sense of religious. You might be spiritual in the sense of there's some guy in the sky manipulating things for me because I prayed. You might be one of those people. And if that works again, that's great. But for me, it don't work. It's silly. Because that's my past experience. What does work for me is proof. That's the best part of this program. I don't have to believe it works. I don't have to believe it works at all. I don't have to have faith in it. Don't have to have faith in the program at all. Nope, none, zero. People say you do. You don't. Because I don't have either of those things. I don't believe this and that and the other. And I don't believe things will work out good in the end for everybody. Because I have proof that it doesn't. But what I do have proof of is that if you work a program, it will work. If I put in the work, it'll work. And there's steps to do it. They got numbers. I like numbers. So, for me, it's all about proof. It's all about proof. No matter how you work the program. Some people go to church and work it. Some people, they say it's not a religious program. It's a spiritual program. What's spiritual? Well, spiritual comes from spirits. Little things that float around when we're dead. That don't make no sense to me either. So, what is a spiritual program? For me, it means it's opposite of acting like an animal. Because we're animals. Humans are animals. So, if I do things that are outside of those fight or flight, it becomes spiritual. And really, here's another word for it. Mental. It's a mental thing. It's mental. I like that word better than spiritual. Because spiritual don't make no sense to me. Because you can't really tell me what that is. It's a mental program. It's a mental and mathematical program. If you do this, your brain will change. If you do that, your brain will change. You start acting different. You start doing things different. And that's what works. For all you people out there confused about this stuff, when they say spiritual, say mental. Realize there's two things, physical and there's mental. So divide the two. You got going on instinct, and then you got going on your brain. Going on something higher than your just base physical wants, your animal self. It's my higher power. My higher power is something that's not physical. It's mental, mathematical. It makes sense. So, you work those things that way, it'll work. I've watched it work. People don't have a God. People don't have no... They use the word spiritual, but what they mean is mental. They do it because of... Well, it's in there. It's in the literature. But if you're like me, I broke it down for you. If you're not like me, you know what works. You know what works. If you don't know what works, keep your mind open. You don't have to think like me. Don't have to think or be or act, or you don't have to be like me. You don't have to think like me. That's the best part of this program. What I think silly might be your program and how you work it. But you know what? We're sitting together and you got more time than me, or maybe you're happier than me. This, that, and the other. I need to learn from you. So I do. I learn from everybody. No matter if they're Christians, no matter if they're Muslims or whoever it is. If they're working a good program and they're in the rooms, I learn from them. All right, I love you guys. This thing went forever. Y'all have a good day.